Hey guys, it's Jess back with another Misfit Makers Besties tutorial, and this week we are doing a fun one. It's a spring dress inspired tumbler. Can't wait to get started, but first make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That's the way to get notified. And also while you're at it, check out our free Facebook group, Misfit Makers. And if you want to take your business to the next level, check out our mentorship group, Misfit Makers Besties. All right, so today I'm starting out with a 16-ounce plump from the Tipsy Magnolia, and this is supposed to be a spring dress inspired tumbler. So I actually have this spring dress that I usually always wear on Easter or around that time. It's like my church-going Easter dress. It's just I like the simplicity of it, and I thought this would make a really pretty tumbler. Now remember guys, this is supposed to be spring dress inspired, not recreating your dress. So do not get frustrated or don't look at a design and think, oh, I can't copy that. No, it's not meant to be copied. This is just meant to be, you're supposed to be inspired by this dress. Okay, so I knew I wanted to pop my booty, so sorry for the different camera angles here. I was trying to get it on camera, but we do have a tutorial on our YouTube channel. I will link it down below on just popping the booty, and you'll get better angles than this, I promise. So here you will need a screwdriver and a hammer, and you should easily be able to pop that booty right out. Now I did go in and prep my tumbler with my pop of colored paint. I'm not really sure why I went in with that silver color first. I don't know, but I went over with my pink pop of color because I wanted to have a pink base. And I'm glad I did because the color turned out on top of the pink base. I think the color turned out a lot better than it would have on the gray base. So I am going to paint our booty too. That way we have a base coat on the bottom before adding our glitter. Once that is completely dry, guys, make sure it is dry. If you have streaks, you can go in and do a second coat. With chalk paint, with my pop of color, I usually don't, so I was good to go once I dried this paint up. Now I'm going to go in with my UV resin. I want to get a coat of epoxy on this today, so the great thing about UV resin is you can move on to the next step fairly quickly. We're going to spread that UV resin out nice and thin, just like epoxy, guys. You do not need a lot. And once we do that, we are ready to glitter. This color is Diamond Caddy. All of the colors I'm using today are all from Peachy Olive. I will link them all down below, along with all of the other supplies we're using and any discount codes that we might have. So look how pretty this color is. It reminds me of like a rose gold color. I thought it was really pretty, and I know, again, it's not like, it's a little darker than my dress, but again, this is not supposed to be, we're not recreating this dress. We are just supposed to be inspired, and this color I liked, so we're using it. We are going to tap off all of that excess glitter and then stick it underneath our UV lamp to fully cure. Once that glitter is not moving and it's hard, then we're going to go in with our top coat of UV resin. Now again, we want to saturate our tumbler, but we don't want the UV resin like dripping off. Just a nice even coat all the way around, not doing anything to that booty just yet. Once we have a nice even coat, again, we will stick it underneath our UV lamp. This UV lamp is from Amazon. Again, I will link that down below. It's great because it cures your UV resin really, really fast. Now, time to do the butt. So I'm going to mix up some epoxy. I want to do two different sections. So I want the inside rim part a different color than the middle part. I'm using Bit Frost. It is a chunky glitter, and as soon as I poured it in, I realized I did not have a base coat down on this section, so that white holographic is turning into like a yellow gold, which I do not like. So I will show you how I fix that just in a little bit. We're going to use this pretty color for the inside though. I thought this matched fairly nicely. Again, just mixing a little bit. This is more of a medium cut glitter. We're going to pour it in the middle until it's level. You do not want it to bubble up because this is the bottom of your tumbler. So you want to make sure that you're not over pouring your epoxy. Now, once that was good, I did torch all of our bubbles. You want to torch that really good. Now I'm going to go in with Humble, which is a pure white chunky glitter, no holographic, and I'm just using my little baby spoon to kind of pour that glitter in very carefully. I like the way this looks already. We're going to do a coat of epoxy over the bottom of our cup, so I'm not worried about like raw glitter being exposed. But look at the difference of that white glitter compared to the other color we used. Much, 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 much better. Look at that. So pretty. Okay, now it is time to spray paint. So this is Iron Lac spray paint I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and this is just white vinyl. I could not find a vinyl color that I liked. I didn't want to use just like straight paper white vinyl for my circles, so I decided to spray paint my vinyl. I just took it outside and spray painted it a nice thin coat, and I thought this color was perfect. Again, I know it's not the exact match from our dress, but I wanted more of like a creamsicle, creamy, not quite peach skin tone color. All right, after your vinyl is dry, and remember that, guys, for future projects, if you can't find the vinyl color you want, spray paint it. Okay, after our vinyl is completely dry, I'm going to use my 2-inch hole puncher, and we are just going to punch out a bunch of circles. You can create a circle in your Silhouette or Cricut, whichever you prefer, whichever you use, but I had this circle cutter already out for another project, and instead of messing with my Silhouette, I just thought this would be easier. This is the easy part. We're just going to peel up the backing of our vinyl and place our circles on our tumbler in the pattern that you desire. I was trying to be careful with my placing without measuring and dividing and doing the math, so I thought I did a pretty good job. After your circles are on your tumbler, all of your decals, then you are ready to epoxy. We're going to go in with our final coat of epoxy, medium viscosity, and I used about 30 mLs. Before you epoxy, if you are worried about your epoxy repelling at all, you can use Quick Coat from CC DIY. It's another one of my favorite projects to do a nice thin coat over all of your vinyl decals. Again, I'm then going in with my final coat of epoxy. Look at that shine. I'm going to let my tumbler turn for about 8 to 9 hours before going in and cleaning up any of my rims or messing with it. I hope this challenges you, and I cannot wait to see everybody's designs. Make sure you use the hashtag challenge hashtag MMBX Spring Dress Challenge. That's a mouthful. I will link that down below as well. I hope this tutorial helped and inspired you in some sort of way. As always, leave your comments down below. Voila!